Welcome back, and I am now joined by Scott Phillippi, the Senior Project Manager with UPS. Welcome, Scott.
Thanks.
So we just got together and got done with a partnership with UPS talking about researching some things around fleet electrification. What's the strategy for UPS around fleet electrification?
Well, the strategy is to get some movement going in that arena because it's slow going. And we're on the cusp of getting there to where there's solutions that are affordable and that make sense, and they can also tie into good business reasons to do it. I was more on a plateau maybe than a tipping point, but we need to push ourselves over that, and we're really close to that.
Well, and there's definitely you've definitely been a leader in sort of breaking ground to sort of get rid of some of the barriers. And one of the projects that we reviewed in the report that's available for download, www.ups.com/sustainability. You can get the report there. One of the things we highlighted was the work in London and how many moving pieces there were to actually make that an effective program. So can you tell the audience a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, that's exciting because London has a strategy to be zero emission, and we know that that's just going to be the future. So one of the biggest causes of anxiety are how are you going to charge all those vehicles, and we were able to take all of the power that was available to the facility and then manage it versus it was a either all or nothing approach before. You'd plug a vehicle in and it was you had to expect the maximum. Now you were able to take that power and manage the total available power times the amount of time you have to charge, and we basically went from a 65 vehicle electric capacity to over 170, maybe 200. We still think we can stretch that further through managing that process better. So we're in the early stages of that smart grid managing the power process, but I love the fact that we're in this space and we can move from there and doing something versus just thinking about it and talking about it, so we have something that's actually viable to evolve.
Well, I think one of the other interesting things about UPS is your medium duty trucks. We won't talk about the big rigs or anything. They basically go about 100 miles the maximum on a day, so they're a great opportunity for electrification.
Absolutely. And you could say, well, you can't do everything. Well, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to wait until you have a solution that fits all. Do something now that is applicable. And in UPS, it's nice because we have the ability to implement that technology, and technology is evolving so fast that by the time that it gets deployed, who knows, maybe there will be solutions that cover a much wider variety of applications.
So yesterday you were on stage with Elizabeth Fredheim at Walmart and Matt Peterson, and I want from Lacey, who's moderating, and Elizabeth said, I always am admiring UPS because you guys innovate so quickly, and on your fleet electrification, it's just, so she's always feeling like you guys are kind of one of the stars in terms of being able to push this through. What do you think is harder for others, or what do you think is key, what is a barrier for them in terms of being able to move as quickly as you guys in this space?
Well, that's right now they don't know where to go because they don't really know what a good product is to put in, because we're still in a position where we haven't established a good medium duty platform that has production capabilities and the kind of scale that we're talking about going to the next level. And we're really close to coming up with something that really establishes a baseline of what good looks like. And once we do that, then the business cases can be built, and people will move forward because there's be more confidence in that. But I think that's it. There's just really not. If you notice in the study, it said 83% of the companies are doing it for sustainability reasons. I think that's only because there isn't a good business reason quite yet to do that. Because once the business reasons start to become the driving force, all of a sudden you get sustainability choices that are business related, and the zero emission tailpipe is a positive byproduct of the right vehicle for the job.
Right, that's true.
And we saw emission, the battery technology is improving all the time, so it looks very good for UPS now.
We're excited.
All right, we've been here with Scott Phillippi, Senior Project Manager with UPS, and we'll be back in just a minute after this commercial break.